Breaking news! Type 2 diabetes doesn't care if you're body positive. Body positive movements are trending as more women celebrate overeating and not exercising enough. But type 2 diabetes remains unimpressed. I mean, I'm glad you feel good about your body, but I'm still gonna get you. Type 2 diabetes said in a press release. You go, girl. The easily preventable disease added. By the way, if you're arguing against feeding kids McDonald's because it's unhealthy or contributes to childhood obesity, you're getting it wrong. Who cares if kids are fat? If a parent doesn't feed their kid fast food and just lets them starve instead because the kid might get fat, then that parent is just as terrible as the imaginary parents that libertarians invent who would rather sit around on their butts and do nothing than feed their kids anything at all. How are libertarians a part of this? But that's not important. What's important is her assertion that people don't care, or at least shouldn't care, about children getting fat. Children can't be obese because you know what children do? They're really good at it, growing. Children need to be able to develop, and obesity impedes that. And I'm gonna go on a hunch and say that the reason why you don't care about childhood obesity is because maybe you were obese as a kid, and that's unfortunate. Your parents should have cared. Your parents should have went out of their way to find different alternatives for you so that you wouldn't be obese. And this isn't even the elephant in the room. The real issue is the fact that you're asserting that if parents refuse to give their children fast food, their child must be starving. No. There's other alternatives than fast food. You do know there's other ways to eat, right? And I'm glad I'm not the only one who realized this, because somebody right under this entire comment was like, don't you hate it when your only options are McDonald's or starve? Yeah, I hate that too. That's a horrible life to live. People who try to excuse fatphobia because being fat is a choice are the same people who excuse homophobia because being gay is a choice. What? No, stop. Maybe I'm crazy, but last time I checked, you cannot eat yourself into being gay. There is no food on the planet that you can eat and all of a sudden you're like, damn, I want to dom Astolfo. That doesn't exist. You know what does exist though? High fructose corn syrup, and it's the reason why you're obese. If you get offended by a thin woman because she's thin, you aren't happy with being fat. It's so simple, yet very true. Yes, if you were truly body positive and content and happy with your body, why would you go out of your way to change all of society to cater to your body and your feelings? Why would you go out of your way to tear down thin women? Because they're conventionally beautiful, right? If you were truly body positive and truly happy with your situation, you wouldn't care about other people's bodies. But you're clearly unhappy and you're using body positivity as a gross cope for your overeating and degenerate lifestyle. Hey, get this, being on a diet is not an eating disorder. Screw you if you think it is. My eating disorder has hurt my family, my friends, and people close to me. It's not some joke you can put in your mouth and pretend that, oh, diet equals ED. Screw you if you think that way. And also, screw you if you think eating disorders start because we want to be beautiful or society. The truth is so much more painful than that. And I'm sick of y'all using it as some health at every size propaganda. Leave ED sufferers alone. As much as I wish that this would happen, as much as I would wish that health at every size, propagandists would stop co-opting eating disorders, you know that they won't. These ugly degenerates will continue to claim that dieting is a type of eating disorder because they have to cope for the fact that they really don't want to change their bodies. And we all know it's not because they actually like their bodies. It's all because that they just don't want to try. They'd rather just keep the weight and tell the world to change than to change themselves, because God forbid that they have to be mature. Silence diet. Should you really eat that pumpkin bread since you already had pie this week? Versus culture thoughts. Shut up, Karen. Nobody asked you for your input. I eat what I want without guilt. Do people just throw Karen into anything now? Just anything that's mildly, annoying in their perspective, they just say, that's a Karen. I wish people would stop that, but that's neither here nor there. I just find it really funny that this person is using culture as a cope to, continue to eat unhealthy? Yes, you should think that way. Oh man, I had a pizza this week. I should really cut back on my carbs. Did I work out today? If not, I should really change up my diet. I should augment it to be symmetrical with my actions that day. That's how you lose weight. That's how you maintain a diet. This woman is halfway there. She's like, should I eat this pumpkin bread if I had pie this week? And instead of being an adult with the ability to delay gratitude, she finds an excuse anyway to eat unhealthy. That's what these people have an issue with. They don't know how to stop themselves. They'd rather just lean into it instead of being a better person. And then these people complain about how they're unattractive. They complain about how not only do they look bad, but people are just appalled and disgusted by their personalities. These adults are acting like children. They don't know how to delay gratitude, and they don't know how to regulate themselves. So why would anybody try to date them? I was overweight in the 230 range and started eating right and walking. First, it was 30 minutes a day in February 2017, and by the end of March, 2 to 4 hours a day walking, I'd lost 45 pounds. Bring an MP3 player, not your phone, for fewer interruptions. I never exerted myself, so I was always eager to do my walk. That's the key, gradualism. And now, I'm at 170 pounds. Intermittent fasting is just a way to rebrand eating disorders so they're appealing to men. Alright, so, I don't, what? Why would you try to make an eating disorder appealing? They're intrinsically unappealing, so I don't know what your thought process is. Are you saying that eating disorders are good and you're just trying to make it so that men think they're good too? God. It's just, I know for a fact that whoever wrote this thought that they're intelligent, and I just know that their IQ from reading this is definitely F tier. This post and the person who wrote it are comfortably at the bottom of that bell curve. Your mind thinks diet. Your body experiences famine. A therapist. A therapist. Just not even a name. Such a reputable source. But with that all being said, I don't understand. A diet is not famine. You can't have famine within the body. That's just, do you mean starvation? Famine happens to many people. Starvation happens to one person. But what's even worse is that this is normal. There's a conflation between diet, famine, and starvation. It isn't. You know what a diet is? It's, man, I'm gonna have less fries today. Or, instead of bread, I'm going to eat some rice. Or, today I'm gonna have spinach with my eggs instead of just eggs alone. You get what I'm trying to say here, Chief? You're not experiencing famine because you're eating! To me, it's eye-opening. I've been trying to lose weight for the past decade, thinking I was starving myself with no results. I'm eating half the calories I usually do, and it shows me how much I've eaten just for the joy of it, and now I feel embarrassed about it. It's truly a humbling experience, and I've changed my relationship with food. It's really difficult to break yourself out of that, to just eat when you're bored, or just eat when, well, you don't really have a reason. When you give yourself a reason to eat, when you structure your meals, all of a sudden, things start to make sense. You realize how much you overeat. I remember plenty of times where I would just sit around and think, well, I'm doing nothing, so let's just cook a pizza. That's not how you should approach food. You should approach food like fuel, or even better, an opportunity to connect with those that you live with. You sit down for a meal, and that's it. You can snack throughout the day, but when you eat something, it should be with another person, or it should be to just nourish you. It shouldn't be something that you do because you're bored. What on earth is prediabetes? Being at risk of developing a condition is not a condition in itself. Surely, the mind boggles. It's fat hatred, basically. No, it isn't. It's your doctor and body giving you a warning that you're overeating and that you're destroying your pancreas. But hey, I guess it doesn't exist, right? And it's funny, the same people who talk about how diabetes isn't the result of obesity and that prediabetes doesn't exist are the same people accepting the science that they're disregarding to save their lives. They'll quickly say that diabetes isn't the result of obesity and prediabetes doesn't exist, but they'll love that insulin. Me up at 2 a.m. thinking of all the people who claim to support social justice while promoting diets and equating weight with health, versus me sleeping soundly and appreciating intersectional health at every size aligned activism. Now, I've noticed something quite apparent within the social justice ideology and intersectionalism too, that there seems to be a lot of infighting. It seems like nobody can ever be 100% progressive. It seems like you can be a supporter of social justice ideologies, but if you're heterosexual, you're a pariah. You can support body positivity, but if you don't directly support health at every size activism, you're a fatphobic hater. It seems like there's no way anybody within those movements can be completely aligned with the ideology. There's all sorts of infighting. And you see that with a lot of other progressive movements too. I'm not gonna go into detail about it. If you want a video about that, I will gladly make a video about how social justice and ideologies like that are inherently self-defeating and the reasons behind all the infighting. If you guys want me to make a video like that, let me know in the comments down below. But it's just something that I've noticed. There's always sorts of infighting. It seems like nobody can ever just be 100% progressive and be left alone. They seem to always mess up and do something that I guess other people deem as problematic. Diet culture is a stumbling block for social justice. It's hard to do this work if you're solely focused on shrinking yourself. Oh, I see now. It seems like everything's a stumbling block for social justice, to be honest. And I guess now if you diet, that's a distraction from your social justice activism. And if that's the case, does that really give any credibility to your activism? If something simple as choosing whether or not to eat some veggies that day really trips you guys up? So the question is, which boulder are you going to choose to roll? The must lose weight boulder, or the screw you, I will boldly defiantly accept the body I've got and live in it boulder? You know what, I think I'll choose the lose weight boulder because the other one sounds pretty Sisyphusian. And let me explain to you why. The I will boldly accept my body and live in it boulder, it sounds like one that's really easy to roll, right? You're pushing it up the hill, you're just accepting your body, you're not really changing anything. Screw what other people think. Yeah, I know that I'm attractive, I think. I know I haven't dated anybody, but I'm gonna keep thinking that I'm attractive. I'm gonna keep thinking that I'm healthy. I'm gonna keep pushing up this boulder, right? Over time, the boulder gets a little bit more heavy, the hill gets a little bit more steep, because you're gaining more weight. And that hill is getting steeper because your blood pressure is going up. So you're going to keep pushing that boulder, and then your hands slip. That hand slipping is you getting diabetes. And now the boulder is rolling over you. That is all of your emotions. Everything that you know that is true. That you're unattractive, that you're sad, that you're unhealthy, and that you don't love yourself. All of that just rolled over you. And now the boulder's back down the hill, right? Now you have to go back down the hill and push the boulder up again. Now, do you choose to lose weight this time, or do you choose to take the easier option, or the seemingly easy option? The option to delude yourself into thinking that you're healthy and that you're attractive. You aren't. But most people will choose to roll the same boulder again and have to do the whole task over and over and over again. And it'll take them a long time to realize how much time, how many years they've wasted lying to themselves, where they could have just lost weight at the beginning and saved themselves a whole lot of trouble. Okay, so the context of this text thread is that somebody was asking for weight help in a Facebook group chat, and these are the real responses that she got. This woman, I hope she's already left the group, but she really needs to. These people are not trying to help her. Hi, I have such a problem with sweets. I've lost my balance with IE, and I want to become more intuitive. I find myself having such strong cravings when I'm not hungry for dessert, and to cleanse my palate or something after dinner, and because of this, I'm having to go up another size for the second time this year in my pants. I need help to be held accountable or something. Does this group have sponsors like they have in AA? I feel like sweets are my drug and I need help. Oh my god, girl, eat the sweets. The only cure for binging is to eat. It sounds like you're at least mentally restricting and maybe labeling some foods as good and others bad. Allowing all foods to be doing their inner work will eventually result in an end to your binging sweets. Oh my god, I love this. The only cure for binging is to eat. It's so bold. I feel the same way. The more you eat the dessert, the less it will control you. Desserts are delicious. These are harpies. Stay away from them. They want you to be as big and unhealthy as them because they resent the fact that you're even asking for help. They're trying to pull you down. Get away from this group, lady. These women have no intentions of helping you. What if we just accepted that diet culture is way worse for us than some fucking spaghetti? I don't understand why people draw like this, especially if they have these ideologies. They go out of their way to make ugly drawings of themselves and they think that's empowering. This woman is built like soft serve vanilla, and it's so unsettling. And don't even get me started about the armpit hair. It's not even shocking anymore that most of these drawings, when paired with social justice ideology, always comes with women just talking about how much hair that they have. Okay, we get it, that you don't subscribe to social standards. Alright, you're not really a bother to anyone because you're not dating anybody. Who would date someone like you? You're gross and obnoxious. My skinny 130-pound friend, oh my god, I really need to lose weight. My 250-pound ass. I understand that you've been brainwashed by diet culture and capitalism and that you lack self-esteem. I agree that it should not affect my self-worth as a person, but it's a direct insult to me personally and to all the people who would have a similar or bigger body because you are directly encouraging and contributing to fatphobic ideologies and the oppression of fat people right now. Oh god, it's always the same. It's always the same. Every single time you see a social justice meme or just a leftist meme in general, it always includes a giant paragraph that's not even funny. And even then, this is all incorrect. Someone talking about losing weight isn't a direct attack on fat people. You should support your friend and maybe lose weight with her. And if not, you're the hater. You realize you're the one in the wrong here. You're the one who's mad that she's going out of her way to lose weight. And you think that losing weight is an attack on fat people? Why? Because people don't want to look like you? Yeah, looking like you is an abomination. You are degenerate and ugly. I don't want to be you, and your skinny friend certainly doesn't want to be you. Forgiving your body is often downplayed as such a difficult step to take. but it's crucial to building a healthy relationship with yourself. Your body didn't fail you, society did, the $70 billion diet industry did. You only get one body, hating it won't change it. I don't know if she realized this, but you're in control of your body, so if your body failed, you failed. You did something wrong. You either weren't dieting correctly or you were too prideful and had too much ego to ask for help. You failed yourself. Not the diet industry, not society, and certainly not your body. You did. You have a muffin top because it's where your organs are held. You shouldn't reduce it. It can have effects on your ovaries and stomach. What? Oh, I don't even know what to say. So you're just saying that that little puff sitting on top of your jeans is your intestines? No, it's not. It's fat because you have an abdominal wall. You have muscles holding in your intestines. Do you not know anatomy? Yeah, you don't, because you think your ovaries are like 100 times larger than they actually are. Your ovaries aren't giant. Like, what? Maggie, is it offensive to ask a woman her weight? I was talking with a guy on Tinder last night, and he asked me what my weight was because he's been catfished by women on Tinder who have claimed to be extremely overweight. The question really upset me. I struggle with weight and body image issues. I immediately blocked him, but it felt like such a shallow thing to ask. Never mind about my personality or interests or anything. My weight seemed to be the deciding factor. What's your opinion? Don't be fooled, everyone. Preferences are healthy. You're allowed to prefer a specific body type and you're allowed to like whoever you want. Don't let anybody shame you into liking them because they're upset that you don't find them attractive. It's okay to be honest about what you're attracted to, but it looks like this woman got a response and it's just as terrible as what she said. My opinion is that his existence contributes to the pervasive weight stigma that saturates his culture, and with all due respect, he deserves a lovely collection of leeches and cockroaches in his trousers. Wow, so he deserves to get hurt and punished because he doesn't want to get catfished by big women saying that they're thin or saying that they're attractive. He's tired of being fooled online and he wants to make sure that the person he's talking to is presenting themselves authentically. He's not a terrible person for saying that he doesn't find fat people attractive. Trust me, a lot of people agree with him and he's allowed to have preferences, just like how other women have preferences when it comes to height, weight, and body type. Trust me, you don't have to apologize for what you like. If you find specific women to be attractive and others not to be, you don't have to apologize for that. In this context, everybody is shallow because everybody isn't just looking for personality. Some people just really like big titties and they will seek out girls with big titties. This may be a hard pill to swallow, and this might make you uncomfortable, but I need to say it. The self-love movement needs a dose of self-accountability. I've hesitated to post this so many times because I want to make sure my words land correctly, and I 1,000,000% pray that you love yourself. I hope you look in the mirror and see yourself as a whole, capable, beautiful, because you are those things. Right here, right now, you are wonderful and complete. But when did self-love completely diminish self-accountability, self-respect? I see so many women settle and take the easy route and make excuses under the guise of self-love. Examples: I'm gonna skip my workout today because I don't feel like it. I'm going to buy myself those shoes even though I know I should save that money. I'm going to eat that brownie even though I'm already full. And the infamous, I literally cannot be an adult today. This is not self-love. This is not treating yourself. In fact, little by little, a small decision by small decision, this is a gradual form of setting into a downgraded version of yourself. In my opinion, self-love is not about doing what you want, it's about doing what you need. It's not about the massages and bubble baths and fancy dinners and buying expensive new leggings, but to me, real self-love is about the daily choice to do what is best for you. Scheduling a doctor's appointment, staying on top of your finances, studying hard, moving your body, seeking meaningful relationships, connecting with nature. None of this is glamorous, but it's all necessary. Friend, you're not doing yourself any favors by settling for what is comfortable. True self-love is about pushing yourself, seeking growth, learning, trying, reaching. It's the constant decision to be your best self, to respect yourself, your body, and your talents. Self-love is wholeheartedly accepting yourself right now, right here, but also knowing that there is a more vibrant version of yourself right around the corner. It'll just take hard work, diligence, and accountability to become that person. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ailurus, aka Panda Daddy, and I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, let me know in the comments down below, and leave a like if you liked the video, and if you're new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe, fam. What you doing watching videos and not subscribing? And if you're old, make sure you hit that bell so you get these notifications every time. I hope you enjoyed today's video, seriously. Please leave a like so that the YouTube algorithm knows that you've enjoyed this video and will share it with as many people as possible so we can help as many people to lose weight and become gods. That's my whole job here. If that's my legacy, to make sure that all of you guys become attractive as hell, then I can die with a smile on my face. And as always, we got to thank the Patreon supporters. So thank you to Trey, Muffy Luhu, Brody, Noah, Sir Teacup, Ethan, John Robinson, Arolina, Jason, Catherine Taylor, Pixie Love, Pixie Art 5, Keith Myers, Bunny Boo, Hannah, Taki, Canned Eggplant, Postmark, Trenton Golden, Vermont, Eat Master, Arjen, Will Billy, and Dustin. Thank you so much for your support. It is greatly appreciated. And if you want to help support the channel, there is 2 links in the description. One to my merch store and one to my Patreon. Both funds go directly into the channel so we can maintain what's happening here. And as always, stay zesty.